Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Today we're starting on the page of Daniel Arzani, one of the guys you guys wanted me to have a look at. Now, I knew he was in the database because I'd seen him in a scout report before. He's playing for Southampton, but he's worth £41 million and has got 108 caps for Australia. So let's just take a quick gander at his career. I assume, no surprises he came through at FFA COE. No surprise there. Melbourne City, fair enough. Manchester City for £550,000 they signed him for. Wow. Went loaned to Celtic for a bit, back to Man City, eventually joined Celtic on a free transfer before moving to Dortmund for 21 million, then off to Manchester City again for 41 million. Oh my lord, that's appalling. 2 years later to Southampton for 32 million. He's had a bloody good career playing in the top flight and 100 caps for Australia. Can you check what's going on with Bartek Eisenchart? You learned him many seasons ago. I'm living with him in the same room we're playing together, and that's why I'm curious. So I was going to start with him, but he's not in the database anymore. I think he's retired. I don't know. It's really weird, but I can't find him at all anymore, which suggests to me that he must have retired, and then I didn't have keep history of retirement on, so he's gone, which is a bit of a shame, but say hi for me. Also, totally forgot, since it's the start of the week, time to thank new patrons. This week it is Eric Bremer, so massive thank you to you, Eric. That is incredibly awesome of you, and everybody else that's over there still. I know we're in that lull period of the year with this sort of stuff, but I'm glad you guys are still enjoying this series. That's awesome. It's very, very hot in here right now. You have no idea. Might be in trouble if Real use a goalkeeper with hands in the second leg. Well, as it happens, you were dead right, because we did lose, and he was man of the match. Lekia and Legia is basically the new Ed and Eddie. Shed without comment. Sudan is the nation which the fine gentleman Amin Awad was from. Right, that makes a lot of sense now. I've seen quite a few Sudanese players in Regen Sunday, which is interesting. I wonder if they've got quite a high youth rating or something. From 22 shots, gets 2 goals. 7.0. Yeah, FM at its best. Yeah, that might be the best example I can give of how goalkeepers need a bit of a buff sometimes. He made, 20 saves in that game? Something like that. And got a 7. I know he conceded twice, but 22 saves. Next season, maybe you should intentionally loan players to GKS Katowice to try and push them up the table. Unfortunately, as we talked about before, you can't really do that because I tried, basically, at one point I was actually forcing the loans where I'd offer out to clubs, loan, and then select only domestic clubs, and I just would not get any offers for them because they don't think they can pay their wages, even though I'm offering them out for free. It's a bit of a bug for me in the game. So unfortunately, unless they come in and offer me for the players, I can't loan them to them, which is very frustrating. I wish the Polish teams would just offer me just offer me to loan the players and I'll let you have them, guys. Come on. I can take a GKS to water, but I cannot make it loan players. Right, so it's the final episode of the season. We're going to have a big season wrap-up at the end. We've got 2 games today against Lech Poznan, the Poznan special, so to speak. We've got the cup final and the final day of the season, as Lech are no doubt trying to gun to get back into the Champions League for a second consecutive season. That might be good for the league in a way, if Lech were to actually be the number 2 side for a little bit, consistently. That's been the problem. We've always had, it's been rotating around too much. A couple of, if they could get into the group stage for a second year in a row maybe or something, then that would really do them well on a financial footing, and they might be able to start establishing themselves, because that's what I think we really, really need, is just a breakaway of 3 or 4 teams that could actually compete. But no, they've got better ideas. Some games off camera. We'll come back for the first game, which is the cup final. First up, trying to get that horrible result against Atletico out of our system. We thumped Wisła Krakow 5-0. Always very nice. A brace for Juan Orozco, which was good to see. Freitas grabbed another, of course he did. Jovanovic grabbed one, but he also got 3 assists on the night. And then Anthony Campagnaro, the man, grabbed another one. Next up, we did the impossible and conceded a goal in this one. Ernesto Peralta gave us the lead, but they then equalised. Jovanovic then put us back in front again before Victor Hugo grabbed a late one in this one to give us a lovely, lovely victory. 3-1 away at Pogon, who have scored, I think, in both games against us this season. Next up, it was a drubbing of Legia in the league. Gorosito Albarracin and Mateusz Żwigawa with the goals, keeping us going in the league. Still unbeaten, you'll note. And then, frankly, I think this is the closest we've actually come to losing a game this year. We went behind early on to Górnik, battered them for the rest of the game. Jovanovic again bailed us out this one to get us the draw, but a 1-1 draw. A really poor performance overall. We probably still should have won, but a bit disappointing, really. I think we could have done better. The system they play, despite being really narrow, we don't seem to be able to keep much possession against them compared to some of the other ones. But all in all, we are still unbeaten. 94 points on the board with 3 matches to go. We are still able to go to 103 points in the league, which would be our biggest ever. And I want to hit 100 goals scored, maybe even a plus 100 goal difference, but that's probably a bit unlikely. I want the unbeaten run, is what I really want. I want to do a full season unbeaten. I don't think I've ever done that on FM. I've got the Invincible achievement because we did the first championship group, but I don't consider that legit until we get the proper one. Lech and Legia are tied directly for second spot, so one of those two is going to be in the Champions League. Legia are falling away again. Can you not, guys? At least get into 5th for crying out loud. Just going to do a quick pick to shuffle around just in case. I'm not starting Kevin for this. No way. I love the lad, but come on, it's Viggy. Campagnaro or Peralta? You know what, I'm tempted to go with Campagnaro. He's actually been extremely good this season. Lisik, fair enough to start. Aslan, Bank, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put Franceschi in, though, because Iglesias has somehow managed to concede goals in this team. So they're playing a 4-4-2. To be fair, most of the teams we've come up against lately have not played 4-4-2s. They played a very similar type of system of like a 4-2-3-1, but with no central midfield, with no attacking mids at all. Okay, then. It's the cup final. It would be nice to win. I would like to win... I would like to go unbeaten in all domestic competitions this season. That'd be kind of cool. I'm very much looking forward to the analysis later on, so we can actually see who has performed well, because I feel like Jovanovic has... I think he's actually one of the top scorers in this team. I think he's got 18 goals this season, which is actually a ridiculous amount for a player that cost 1.2 million in the summer to come in and get 18 goals this season. I think that's tied with Zviggy and Victor Hugo, or it's certainly right up there. Orozco, look at the space out. Oh, it's gone for goal. Cheeky man. Generally speaking, what I've been doing thus far... Oh, Campagnaro! And oh, that's unfortunate. That is an own goal, unfortunately, from Adrian Maka. It's Campagnaro's lovely strike, though. What I've been doing so far is starting off on attacking and then switching over to positive if we take the lead. That is so unfortunate from the goalkeeper. Oh my god, he's butted it in with his booty. Regan would be proud. 1-0. We've not had a shot on target yet. Verdasco, ball over the top, and again, they've just done the thing where they stop running. And he's tried to dink the goalkeeper, and Franceschi just plucks it out the air like nobody's there. Doing well to hold on to the ball in these areas. Acuna. Oh, Campagnaro's done superbly well. Look up the pitch. There we go. Vigawa's got it. Can he turn and fire someone in? Finds Silva. This is a nice breakaway here, potentially. Jovanovic is making the run beyond. Can he finish it off? Oh, nice piece of play there. Really nice counter-attack. Lisik now. Silva's free kick now. Trying to pick someone out. He's found a Roscoe. Oh. Lisik. He's going to cancel himself. Oh. Wow. Great stop from Maka. Maka, yeah, a bit too many shots off target today. Freitas, lovely work. Run the freaking segment. What the f was that? I don't believe that. What? Why? That's the second time in this save that has happened. This happened against Hoffenheim as well a couple of seasons ago. He's picked the ball up. And he's just... But why doesn't the goalkeeper... What? I also hugely enjoy how neither he nor Freitas lost any rating because of that. What a weird game. It's 1-1. Both the goals have been own goals, because of course they have. Don't muck it up now, guys. Or if you do, maybe make them score another own goal. Come on. Let's get something actually happening. Gorosito's ball. Freitas heads it wide. Lisik. 2 minutes ago. Go on, Blazer. Pull out one of your brilliant passes. Oh, that's actually a really nice piece of play. And tipped over by Maka. Nice work there from Lisik and Zvigawa teaming up. Okay, so extra time. Probably should make some substitutes right about now since we've... But the thing is, the bench... I did not pick a very sensible bench for this one, so we're going to make that change there. I am unconvinced by the performance in today's game, unfortunately. Conceding the goal, which was disappointing. Scoring the goal was almost disappointing in a way. Aslan out wide. Go on, deliver one of your trademark beautiful crosses. He's just literally done nothing and then just let them have the ball back. Really penning them in. Campagnaro. Garcia. Oh, lovely ball for Aslan. He's got to find a good ball. Zvigawa! Oh, what a chance. That was really nice football as well. One last chance. Surely not. Lisi knocks it down. Oh, it's in! Brian Gorosito in stoppage time. In the 90... Wow, in the 120th millionth minute, Brian Gorosito has popped up and scored the winner. Knocked down by Blaise Lisic. Oh, on the half volley top corner. What a moment that is. To win the cup final in the... Literally, in the second minute of stoppage time in extra time. It's basically a golden goal he's just scored for us there. Holy crap, we've won the cup. What a moment to win that. That's a great moment for him. It rolls into the back of the net. We've won the cup and the players don't care. I don't care. We've won it 2-1. That's a really nice result in the end for Gorosito to grab. What a... That's amazing. All right, cool. I was just preparing for penalties at that point, but there you go. Brian Gorosito bails us out with a 122nd minute winner in the cup final. Take that, Lek. Come on. Right, come back for another game against Lek, because I know you love them. I knew this was going to happen. I absolutely knew it. At some point, it was going to happen. It did. We lost the unbeaten run because we conceded both shots they had on target. Frustrating as hell. Rosa gave them the first goal practically. He was down like a 5.8 at halftime. Did get a lot better in the second half. He provided the assist for Ernesto Peralta's goal. And I thought we were safe there, but then no. Florinel Coman gave them the win. We lost at home to Lechia. It's going to probably end up being our only defeat of the season, and it was because they had 2 shots on target and they both went in. I tell you, unbeaten season. I don't believe I'm ever going to get one because it always happens in the exact same way. It's never like a game where we'll just get battered all of a sudden. No, it's always that. But there you go. We then enacted a bit of revenge in the next match with a 3-0 victory away at Svansk. Goals for Lasse Bang, one for Juan Orozco, and one for Mateusz Zwigawa. Another one for him. I think he is now top scorer in the team. Godosito is out now for the rest of the season. Only one game left anyway, so it doesn't matter so much, but it's still a little bit annoying. Aslan again was phenomenal. Another assist for him. He's going to get the top assist award, that's for sure. Shouldn't really require much more than that, in all honesty. Aslan, I still do want to put Aslan in. So this is going to be his last game for the club, no doubt, so we'll give him a chance there. So Zwigawa, Lisic, Jovanovic, Peralta, Orozco, Silva, Albracin, Bang, Panda Bang, lovely old job. Aslan and not Iglesias, we'll bring Franceschi in. There we go. So, even though we did concede 2 goals, I still want to compare the keepers. On the bench, we're going to go with Oprich, Stamler, Garcia, Kevin, Vinovic, and of course Campagnaro, with Victor Hugo in there as well. Right, so they're playing a 4-4-2 again, as they did in the cup final. I'm going to take a slightly different approach this time and start on positive rather than attacking, because I'd actually quite like Lech to get back into the Champions League for a second season and hope that they can maybe start to establish themselves a bit. But I also want 100 points in the league this season. I think this might be one of our few chances to maybe get it, as they are going to start to get a little bit stronger. So I want to make sure that we take advantage of that when the opportunity arises. Zwigawa, lovely work coming forward. Oh, lovely stuff around the corner for Blaise Lisic. That's a really nice piece of football from us. We should maybe be in front there. Lisic's just lacked on the goal scoring this season, but he has certainly been a creative talent. Lisic's ball. And Panda Bang, just Lasse Bang. Just as I said, he'd been a creative force. There he is with the creative force. Why is it not showing up in the top corner? Join you guys in a minute. I'm not really sure what the confusion was about. Lisic's wonderful ball in. Bang with a brilliant header. Goalkeeper can't keep it out. We lead inside a minute, and it's Lasse Bang's 4th of the year. I think that might be the 10th assist as well for Blaise Lisic. Lumping it long. Albracin, just bring it down. Why head the ball there? Just bring it down. The fullbacks always do this. It's so frustrating, because then it just leads to this. There is no reason in any situation why he would head the ball there. Bring it down. Bring it down. There's no one within 10 feet of you. And if you're going to head it to the goalkeeper. Head it to anyone else. But no, the fullbacks always do this crap, where they head it directly to the opposition players, and it's so freaking annoying. Okay, well, there you go. They've levelled. I had a feeling that might happen the moment he did that stupid header. Right, come on, show a bit of fight. Lisic's been brought down. That might well be a red card. Yes, it is. Their playmaker is about to go. It's murder. He's gone. He's been murdered. Albracin again, driving forward, and there is Peralta. Oh, lovely finish from him. Ernesto Peralta makes it 2-1. Only his 7th goal of the season. Now, I recognise he has had a fair number of injury worries this year and hasn't maybe played as much as he has wanted to. But what I would say is that Campagnaro has really got a hatload of goals. Lovely first touch, though, to set that. And a great finish from Ernesto Peralta. 2-1 to us. We deserve that, I feel like. Peralta again. Albracin maybe to have a shot. Oh, he does have a shot, and he scored. It's 3-1. Leandro Albracin scores his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Ernesto Peralta. They've traded goals and assists, and now we're 3-1 up here. Oh, what a touch that was from Orozco. The quality's really starting to flow here. Peralta, lovely outside of the foot. Nice first touch from Albracin. He just drilled it near post. It reminds me a lot of that goal that Malek scored a couple of seasons ago. I think, I can't remember what game it was. More of the same. I sense there's probably more opportunities to score goals in this second half for us, in all honesty. We could maybe put the hammer down on Lech, although this would probably allow Lechia into second spot, considering, and I don't know how much of a good idea that actually is. Oh, what a ball from Mateusz Zwigawa. What a pass that was for Lisic. He should have finished that. I also can't help but notice that Legia are now down into 6th place again, because they're mucking it up royally. Zwigawa, can he turn it back across for someone? He might. He dives for Roscoe! Lovely work. It's 4-1. Juan Orozco with his 7th goal of the season. For a guy playing as a deep line playmaker, that is a sensational goal tally for the year. 7 goals. Zwigawa will grab another assist for himself this year. I think he's been pretty solid. I want to see how his stats compare. So there's nice patience from him. We'll see on the squad report. Flicks it inside, and Orozco's there. It's 4-1 now, and we're battering Lech on the final day, albeit with an extra man. In other news, Legia did finally get their act together in the end, and they have got a couple of goals back to secure what looks like 5th place for them at least. It does look like it's going to be Lechia, they'll go into the Champions League. Oh, Victor Hugo! What a bit of play that was. But yes, it looks like we're going to finish 28 points clear as well, by the way. 100 points. The first time I've ever had a team get 100 points in a season, I think, in one of my saves. So I guess there's that. I'd like to see them be more competitive, and I think we are going to start to see that as more money starts to flow into the league, hopefully. And obviously we're going to get better too, but the main way we can tell how well things are actually going for Poland as a whole is how well they're putting up performances in Europe. And Lech this season getting third in their Champions League group is a massive step forward. Great win for us there in the end. 104 goals scored this year, 9 conceded. We've really struggled in the last few matches. That we were so good defensively for like the first 34 games of the season. Now we've just, at least we got under 10 conceded. That's the main thing. So there we have it. The season is over. 100 points on the board and a plus 95 goldens. Victor Hugo, joint top scorer in the league though, with 17 goals. Aslan as well with 13. And there you go. Blaise Elizic, 10 assists in the league is ridiculously good for him. I'm really pleased with him, his output in that area. 6 man of the match awards for Zvigar, but there you go. Polak again of Pogon with 7. Franceschi with 15 of those. Albarracin up there as well with Aslan, and Roscoe really having a good season. He's really become the man this season. So there you go. Lechia go into the Champions League. Lech Poznan, Gornik, and of course Legia do get into the Europa League. So at least Legia are in Europe next year, which is helpful. As long as Lech, Legia, and Lechia, Ed and Eddie are involved in Europe, I'm alright with that. One other spot is fine. If someone wants to take it, maybe GKS, that would be fine. And down at the bottom, down go Sandica, Cracovia, and of course Lubin, which is Wojciech Fiarchik's team, unfortunately. Their goal difference is abysmal. Katowice survive, but have a much worse season than last year, despite spending £14 million on a player. That's got to change. They've got to do something. Right. Other leagues. Now, last year I actually forgot to talk about the lower leagues in Poland, so that's my bad on that one. No, they've not actually finished yet. So Arca are in there along with Corona. Our affiliate side, Motor, remember them, are actually in a position where they could finally get promoted to the top flight after spending all that money. They went to the 4th tier at one point. Down go, yeah, a few teams are going down, unfortunately, not so good. But our man, Beringer, looks like he could be having the season of his career. 12 assists for Thomas Beringer, the young, Berendt, the young Austrian. And in the League of Mess, who's actually looking like they might be available to come up that season. I really want one year our B team to get into this division as well and see how far up the leagues they can go. Well, here would be the farthest, but there you go. That's Poland. Here is the Premier League. Arsenal champions for the 2nd season in a row by 6 points. They're also, I believe, in the Champions League final, so they're having a good time of it. Currently are Arsenal. City, Liverpool and United in the Champions League there. Tottenham, Chelsea, and again Southampton. I think they qualified for the European League last year. Down go Brentford, Aston Villa and Huddersfield. Brentford tried to loan a player from us, so I guess that's why. They were flailing. In La Liga, Barcelona look like they're probably going to be champions, but it could still go to Real Sociedad. That would be quite something. Imagine if they won the league. 87 points is huge for them. Real Madrid and Atletico in there too. Sevilla, Celta Vigo and Athletic in there as well. Down go Eibar, not technically yet, Deportiva La Coruña, and then Leganes. In League, we've got Paris Saint-Germain there at the top, of course. They have lost a game this season. I wonder who that was to. Was it Strasbourg? They're not in the top flight. No, it was Metz. They love losing to mediocre teams, don't they? There you go. So, yeah, they won the league, amazingly, only by 7 points over Monaco, who got 97 points and didn't win the league, Liverpool. Although they could actually get more than that. So that is really, really saying something. Let's see. Can go down. Angers and Nantes looking like they're probably going to go to, but Dijon could take their mustardy selves down there as well. Also, my boys, Paris FC, top flight. Nicely done, lads. Over in Serie A, Inter looking pretty good for the title with Juve up there as well. Milan and Atalanta doing nicely as well. Napoli, Lazio and Roma competing there with a Frosinone. Could potentially get into Europe. That's amazing. Crotone, Palermo and Salernitana also in trouble down at the bottom. Chievo could still go down. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich win the league comfortably. Leipzig, Dortmund and Schalke in there too. Leverkusen and Wolfsburg. Down go Ingolstadt, Hamburg and Stuttgart. The usual suspects. And finally, over in the Netherlands, normal service has been resumed for the top 3. I don't know how Utrecht got on in the Champions League last season. They didn't look like it was going that well for them. Ajax are champions, PSV in 2nd, Feyenoord in 3rd, but there's Pexvoll in there, and there's Vitesse as well up in 6th, not too bad. Utrecht, despite doing so well last season, are down in 6th, despite finishing 2nd last season. So, and also, I think Twente and Venlo did alright last year too. Down go Excelsior, Heerenveen looking like they're in trouble, and Fortuna Sittard. So there you go, that's the other leagues. It's a shame to have that blemish on our record of Lechia beating us at home. I would have loved to have gone all 37 games unbeaten. It didn't happen. I think we're at 52 in a row in the league unbeaten. We're going to get it one day maybe, but I don't actually know if this might have been the only season that was possible, because I think they are going to get stronger, but then so are we, you never know. So if you've enjoyed this season, and I hope you have, this has been the most successful season we've had on the save. 100 points in the league. We've done the treble domestically. We also got to a Champions League quarter-final, and in a way, we were only narrowly knocked out by Atletico. There really was tiny margins in that game. And I think next year we come back stronger with the right signings. We could have a real crack at pushing in Europe next year, and I'm really looking forward to it. Analysis video coming up later. So if you've enjoyed the season, drop a like. It's not for me, it just helps the channel out and whatnot. So I suppose it is for me in a way, but not in the same way you might think. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be awesome too. I'll join you guys in the next episode for transfer goodies with the Gopnik Garbs back again. Not Gopnik, Drej, I think it's pronounced. So see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.